Hi. All right, so this video is to give you background as to who I am, the purpose behind a journey full of health, and kind of my vision of the community I would like to create and why. Like, what content will you be finding on this page? Why would it benefit you? All right, so I guess I'll start off with I see a need for encouragement when it comes to self change and empowering yourself and believing that change is possible and holding on to the fact that it will be worth it in the end. I would love that for myself, so why not create the space for other people? Whether you are an entrepreneur trying to build a business, someone with health risks trying to maintain or improve their health, whether you struggle with mental illness of some sort or you just have extreme anxiety, depression, or mild anxiety or depression and it's holding you back in some area of your life, you may want to change. You may get discouraged about that change when it gets really, really hard sometimes. The temptation to go back to old habits, to give up, to go with the norm, um, may overwhelm you at points. And when that happens, or even prior to that happening, I wish so I am creating a space for you to have a safety net, a place where you can go and maybe have light bulb moments and see, oh, I need to work on that. Oh, that is changeable. Oh, that's not healthy and I can change it. That is my goal. That is the whole point behind this page, is to provide tips and to raise awareness. Um, because change is hard and it starts with your thoughts. And a lot of us don't ever go through our lives and challenge our thoughts, challenge our core beliefs, and really look at, is this thought serving me? Is this habit serving me? Well, I know it gives me a lot of setbacks, but why do I keep doing it anyway? And how do I change it if I want to? I hope you gain some of that insight from this page. I hope that people that need more resources get the courage to get more resources or have the breakthroughs to know that it's necessary for them. I hope that people that love and support people that are in recovery or trying to build a business or whatever that is, that change and improvement is, begin to understand how to help them, begin to understand their loved one and what they're going through. I just hope that this builds positive community around positive decision making, because what happens a lot is once you start to improve yourself, you feel like you need to release all of your connections with less healthy people or chaotic people. That isn't always the case. Or you feel like you can't change while sustaining these relationships because the core beliefs these people have. You feel like you have to have that in common or you no longer belong with them. And that isn't the case. And I'm speaking from clinical experience. I worked with substance abuse. I worked with children with behavioral issues as well as mental health issues. I've worked with adults in regards to mental health. I worked in correctional environments. I have kind of a broad variety of experience when it comes to mental health services as a whole, or correction. Well, that relates to mental health services. Personally, I have been an overeater throughout the majority of my life because I grew up using food to cope with my feelings. I have struggled with low self-esteem, although I was a very high achiever. I've never really, up until this point, been able to just trust myself and go with what I feel and go at life at my own rhythm. I was a good girl that believed to be a good girl, go to school and get a good job. And I've come at a roads where I see that that isn't it for me, that isn't fulfilling to me, and it's hard for me to have a healthy life with that. Um, I began a weight loss journey when I was 21 and lost about 80 pounds in 11 months and spent the next 2 years trying to break my plateau. So I would lose 20 pounds and gain it back and lose the 20 pounds and gain it back. And so in October of 2016, I went to treatment for my eating disorder. I am about maybe 4 months into treatment for recovery, for my eating disorder, which I was diagnosed with binge eating disorder. I am working on a lot of the things I put out here. There are conversations I'm having with myself or with my therapist, with friends. And so, why not give it to you all to dissect, take from it what you will, and my hopes is that you'll grow in healthier ways. Um, so, in my life, what I'm doing is trying to build this community. Um, I would like to be a content creator on YouTube, a health coach, not with a focus of weight loss. I'm thinking more of a holistic wellness coach, someone that comes in, meets you where you at, and a lot of people know what steps they need to take. Most people just need support, trusting their healthier mind. That is what I want to give. So it's kind of like therapy, it's kind of like coaching, it's kind of like whatever it is. But that is a great gift I have to give. And finally, selling art. Like, I love making inspirational art. I enjoy art, it's therapeutic to me. So that being a gift that creates revenue for me would be amazing. And working on that. So that's what I'm doing. I want this community to be a safe space. I want it to be a place where no matter what area you're changing, you feel like a part of it. You feel accepted. You feel like you get tools that you need here. Not that every video will be for everyone, but whether you're an entrepreneur going through the highs and the lows of the risk of being an entrepreneur, whether you are in recovery and you're in the earlier stage where you don't know if you can do it, or the later stage where you don't know if you want to continue doing it, this is for you. Whether you are loving someone going through these changes and you don't know how to engage with them and you don't know what's going on, this is for you. Whether you are trying to improve your health and it's difficult because change is difficult and sticking with stuff outside of the norm is difficult. Whether you're someone that has had a lot of trauma and it's holding you back and you're tired of holding yourself back, this can be for you. And finally, if you struggle with any aspect of mental health, no matter how high or low on the spectrum, it is for you. Whether it's anxiety, depression, bipolar, eating disorders, anything, this is a space for you. And I say that because this doesn't really exist anywhere. I wish it did. But this is like for you. And I just want you guys to know that I'm speaking from experience, that I am not an expert, that I am not holier than thou, that I am not better, that if I ever say you, I mean we. Because everything I talk about is something I may struggle with as well. There are areas that some people are great in, and I have my great areas. And there are areas that we are struggling in and areas that we are okay in. And so I wish not to point the finger at anybody. I just wish to put these tools out there to have conversations around it, to get you going and challenging beliefs that have been harmful to you, to help you change habits that don't suit your best self, that don't suit your healthiest self, so that you feel encouraged, so that you feel motivated to continue to get up and to challenge yourself to be better this next day, or to try something different this next day, or to keep going with something that you know will be your breakthrough, but you don't know how it's going to happen. Like right now, I'm trying to figure out how to build this art business. I'm obsessed with this YouTube channel because it's so fun to just create content and finally get it out, because I've been writing stuff for 3 years. But knowing that I have responsibilities to take care of, so I have to figure out how to put food on the table and, you know, kind of like have a place to stay. So, yeah, that was a mouthful. I hope that you have a better idea of who I am, what you can find here. If not, please comment, subscribe, share, follow. I'm A Journey Full of Health on Facebook. That's the group page. I am A Journey Full of Health on Instagram and A Journey Full of Health on YouTube. I don't have a Twitter yet. Pinterest is A Journey Full of Health, as well as my Etsy store. It's A Journey Full of Health. Whew. Journey Full of Health everywhere. I think that covers everything. So be encouraged. I have a lot of content right now. February is a month of love. So follow me on Instagram if that interests you at all. Diverse conversations about love, how to do it, how to give it, why it's important, what isn't healthy about it, boundaries, blah, 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 blah. Take care and be encouraged.